This is Gail Newton. I'm a Living Out mentor with Confident Layout. You know, we all know about landmarks. They're familiar objects, buildings, features. A lot of us travel by landmarks. I can tell you when I'm going home, I am always looking for the water tower because that's my landmark. That tells me that I'm really getting close to my hometown. It's familiarity and it means home to me. We have a lot of familiarities, landmarks that we have lived with for years. In fact, a lot of us have routines, rules, paradigms, blueprints, mental maps, operating systems that have been working for us on autopilot. Now, many of these were introduced to us at a very young age by our parents, teachers, ministers, priests, Sunday school teachers. And they were telling us at that time in our lives how to behave, how to do, how to be accepted, what to do in order to fit in. What was considered normal and what's considered abnormal. And we followed them to a T. Now here we are today. A lot of those paradigms and rules still work for us pretty well. But some of these deal with social conformity, social acceptance, the abnormal, normal, what is considered right, wrong. Some of these we need to look at. They may not be working for us. And when a landmark turns into a landmine, that means it's not serving us. Those old paradigms who are somebody else is operating in us is not working for us today. When you look at your lives and you are afraid to live the way you want to live, when you're afraid to go and do what you want to do, when you have all of the resistance and hesitation about living a fulfilled life, and the fear and the guilt are holding you in place, let me tell you, that paradigm may not be working for you. If you're hanging on to what is so familiar, even though you may be miserable and suffering, rather than take the risk to change, something needs to be re-examined. We all struggle with change, but change is much harder to deal with when it's enforced on you. It is certainly a much easier thing and welcoming venture when you're the one initiating it and trying to orchestrate it to fit your life. A really big example of having to deal with change is the coming out process. For instance, if you were outed by someone, that means the change was enforced on you. And you're scrambling around trying to figure out, what do you do now? Do you come completely out? Do you start modifying your image somehow? Do you go back into the closet? I mean, it's really a struggle trying to figure out the direction you're going to go. But if you orchestrate it, it's not a landmine. It ends up flowing the way that you want it to go. You're dealing with the change, but I'm going to tell you, others are dealing with your change as well. Landmarks and landmines actually can be the same thing at different points of time in your life. I want to encourage you to look at your paradigms and see what's working for you. A lot of you may be living by that old paradigm, it's better to be safe than sorry. Y'all, it's time to live what is truly your own rules, your own conditioning, your own blueprints and paradigms. Make them your own. Don't be living someone else's. This is one life that you got to live. Live it without regret and learn to live confidently out. Input that current data into your guidance system. live the rules and paradigms that you set up for yourself. Next time we're going to talk about rewriting your story. And in the meantime, I encourage you to live confidently out. Thank you.